All right, welcome back. Multi-view drawing 6, page 125. We'll start the first drawing on page 125A, which I've already got that opened up here. All right, so we're working on figure 5-80 garden vents. The scale is 1 inch equals 1 foot to 0, and we're going to draw it to scale 1 inch equals 1 foot. Window A, which is the cross beam going across, is a 2x4 by 6 feet long. Window B, which is the standard straight up and down standard, is 2x4 by 1 foot 4 inches. All right. I'm going to draw the front, top, and right side views of the bench. Use 6 or more rails, top rails. All right. We'll get back to our drawing. Now, how do you change it to a? How do you change the scale? Right here, right beside your annotations, you got a drop down menu right here. You know, 1/4 inch equals 1 foot. And then over here, instead of fractional, you're going to go to architectural. Or you may have to type in, since you may not have that open up, you can always go right here, click units, and your units, this will open up here. If you don't want to do either one of those, if you go here to command line, units, hit enter. You know, mine is already set to architectural. 0 feet, 0 1/16 of an inch is the precision, decimal degrees, and everything should be good. All right. Now I know my measurement on my height of my bench, the seat of my bench, is 16 inches. So I'm going to offset, close that out real quick. I'm sorry. 1 foot 4 inches. And I didn't click it. I didn't click it. I just hit the enter button. I'm sorry. 1 foot 4 inches again. Now, I know that long standard here is going to be 70 or 6 feet. All right. So there's the frame for my bench, my front side of my bench. I know this is going to measure down. This is going to, top line is going to have to come down 4 inches. Not 4 inches, 1 foot 4 inches. It's going to come down 4 inches. Right there. I need to click it to set it. All right. Now I know from my drawing it doesn't give us the dimension on this where the leg standards are. Well, what I have figured out is I've all set that 1 foot 3 inches. It gives me an even looking, and then go to the inside with that 4 inches. And so technically we have the the front view of your drawing is just about ready to block in. So let's go ahead and go to object lines. And now that line look a little crooked down there at the bottom. I want to make sure. And now we're going to offset to go to our right side view. Let's do our top side view first. Let's do that. Let's offset, let's say 18 inches. Should be enough right there. Now I know this is going to offset 2 inches. Get my cord out of my way. Now, basically what we have to do now, they're wanting a minimum of 6 or more top rails. 6 or more top rails. So what we have to do on our drawing to get that 6 or more top rails, we offset that again 2 inches. Now, the only problem with this is this is not a top rail. This is your standard here. Your height standard. So let me go ahead and block this in so I can. I'm too far down, close to my navigation tool. Now, one thing that it'll do to help you out here, to make sure that you understand what is the vertical standard and what is the horizontal standard, is anytime that they're working with 2x4s or in stock, they put a X on the end of that in stock. Now, it's just the purpose of going in and going offsetting that line again 2 inches. And locking that one in. Now, in order to get 6 cross members here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I got to get 1 more for 6. All right. Now, we're just blocking these in. Move down a little bit this way. And you see how that line is crooked right there? That's because I did not have my ortho on, and I'm talking and drawing at the same time. And then this line is a height standard or a, now you turn off my ortho. Now remember, at any time that you want to go to L for line. It might be a little quicker than having to go all the way up to the tool ribbon and selecting line from up there. Now, you scoot down a little bit more here. Now, we could do that all day long, but guess what? I don't have all day to do that. Escape. So what I'm going to do, you could have actually done this from the first one, but you still have to have a place and know where you're pasting these to. You got to have an anchor point. I'm basically just moving my mouse around and scrolling in and out at the same time. Selecting that. Selecting the lines I need. Now, I'm going to hit copy. Make sure I got everything here before I do that. And of course I didn't, well, guess what? I had to go back and do it again. Sometimes it doesn't pay to talk and draw at the same time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit enter. Specify this as my base point. And I'm going to go up 1. And hit escape. And now all I've got to do is that last line there. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got to go up another one. So there's one. I knew I misplaced. I didn't draw the end on that one. So give me a second. So we go here, draw this one. I'm going to offset that another 2 inches. I'll get it into place and offset that at 2 inches. And now basically what I'm going to do, block in my leg standard. Block in my seat standard. Now differentiate between my seat and my leg here. Well, guess what? That didn't go the way I wanted. Because I keep hitting my cord here. Maybe the third time is a charm there. Well, guess what? I can always copy that one. Be a whole lot easier. And then pan over to the right side. Copy those two. So there's my base point. And there the top view is finished, except for the dimensions. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to offset this construction line by 2 feet. Now, I'm going to offset this one. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 11 2-inch offsets there. So 2 inches. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Is offset at 2 inches. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 inches again. That's 9. 10. 2 inches again. Now, I got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 horizontal standards in there. So that's basically what we need there. So now we're just going to start drawing in our blocks. Based on our construction lines here. And that was crooked. Let's turn on my ortho again, since I'm talking and drawing. And we could actually copy and paste this. But before we do that, let's go ahead and do our cross mark here. Just to give us some separation and pattern there. It doesn't need to go all the way down. Somehow I messed that up. All right. Now let's go back and delete that line. Go in here. Copy that. Copy that. Copy that. And copy this. I'll specify this is the base point here. That's not what I needed. I didn't have my ortho on. That's why it screwed up. I'm sorry. All right. Welcome back. Had to take and fix my constraints problem. Basically, what I had to do was turn off my construction lines, and then I was able to copy, 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 and then paste it using the base point here. So just base point there, base point here, base point. Once you get this first one done, that's all you got left to do. So now all I've got left to do is dimension it. So let's dimension it here on using our dimension layer. So I'm going to dimension it. I know that dimension's got to be there. I know this dimension's got to be there. May have to turn on my construction lines in order to get that dimension to show up. Now, because we know we determined this dimension here, we're going to determine that one. Now, we also need to determine our dimension here. Now, that's all the dimensions they give us, basically. Now, one thing we need to do, though, go to dim style. Modify our dimension style. As you notice, our dimensions are really small. Go to architectural. Go to our text. Change that to, let's say, 9/16. Hit OK. And close. Now, let's make sure everything 4 inches, 2 inches. I'm not off more than 1/16 of an inch. That could have been because of my construction lines. It could be because of this dimension right here. So let's see if I can fix that one. Yep, that was it. The same thing probably here. It is. And what I'm probably going to have to do is bring this one back into this corner here. To get that dimension to actually work out there. That's exactly what it is. And then 1 foot 3 inches. Because we are in architectural. So let's go up and turn off our construction lines. Take one look at our drawing again. And you would know about the time I went to look at it, I got one line missing up here. Somehow I've deleted that. It's changed to my object line layer. Now, let's go and file and save as. We're going to my documents, AutoCAD. Control V, page 125, figure 5-80 garden bench. As soon as I save that, because I'm signed into Autodesk, it gives me an automatic option to do it in AutoCAD Web App. So that is 6 feet. And so I'll be walking around helping you guys out. Get it done.